Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. Today I'm extremely excited to bring you another Invicta watch review. And this one is not a model that I have that's brand new to my collection. It is my favorite Invicta model that they make. I'll probably end up getting another one in a different color combo. This one makes 8 of this particular model. And those of you who have watched my channel, my over 7,000 subscribers, know what I'm probably going to say, or what I'm about to say, is it's the Grand Arsenal by Invicta. And this watch, the first time I saw it, I had to have it. The very first one I got was a yellow, gold, and silver. I ended up picking one up, and like the very next day I saw some guy come into my work with it, and he had it in the gunmetal and the silver, and I was like, my God, that is a sexy looking watch. It's one of the biggest watches that Invicta makes. At the 63mm bezel point there, or I'm sorry, 63mm all the way to the crown, and protectors on that. The case size is 63mm, the bezel again 58mm, but the watch is so large it just wears like a 63. Now it's not the biggest watch Invicta makes. The biggest watch Invicta makes is the Sea Hunter 3. That watch is a killer watch. It's big, it's heavy, it's thick. It is a tank of a watch. And it is the biggest one Invicta makes, but they don't make a ton of color combinations in that, and hopefully they will as time goes on, because that one will be another one that I pick up. I have 2 of those watches already in silver and gold, and I'm sure I'll be picking some up in the near future. But this one by far right now is my favorite watch. Now it's not as thick as the Sea Hunter. It measures about 19mm in case thickness. However, it's got, again, that 58mm to the bezel and 63mm all the way to the case and crown protectors, and I'll show you that in a couple seconds. And hence the reason I love this watch so much. This is why this is my 8th one. I have it in yellow, gold, and silver. I have it in the gold on gold, my favorite one. That's yellow, gold, and rose tone. My girlfriend, my lovely girlfriend, got me one all gloss black and abalone. I have it in all silver. I have it in rose and silver. I have it in blue and black, and I have it in black and silver. And so this one here is the most unique watch that I have in my collection. Now, if you've been watching my videos for the last couple months, you'll know that I've been picking up a lot of watches that have abalone on the face. I just love the way abalone looks. It just sparkles when the light hits it. I think it's much prettier than mother of pearl, although I do like mother of pearl. But sometimes I have some watches with mother of pearl, and you can't really even tell that it's got that pearl coat. So it's really kind of hit or miss mother of pearl, whether you get a good piece or not. But the abalone, without a doubt, every watch I have with abalone, which makes 4 to date, has been exceptionally beautiful. And the watch I'm about to present to you right now is brand new by Invicta, the Grand Arsenal in the iridium finish with abalone. Guys, this watch, I wasn't too sure about an iridium watch when I first started looking at these. It was so unique and different. I wanted to pick one up, but I wasn't sure I wanted to pull the trigger on one of the more expensive reserve models like this one. But guys, I'm so glad that I did. This watch is over the top beautiful. Now, as I turn the watch and show you at different angles, you really can't appreciate the color changes this watch actually has. When you look at it on a video, it looks more like a blue watch, but when you get it home, you can really see the color shift with the gold and the blue and the purple. And this watch, even though it's like a rainbow colored watch, it almost sparkles like it's like diamonds or something. It's really a weird watch. Another great thing about this particular one is, of course, the abalone face, which I was pretty lucky in this particular watch, because the watch has a lot of purple in it, and I'm not sure if they, some of the other watches that have abalone has more of a green tint to it. This one's got a lot of purple hues in it, so I'm not sure if they actually dyed it. To me, it doesn't look like they did any kind of dyeing with it. It looks to me just like I got lucky and got a piece of abalone that has a lot of purple tint to it, which really matches the watch beautifully. The watch does have an exhibition back, which takes over with that abalone right in the back of the watch as well. You can see it's like every other Grand Arsenal that I've reviewed. You have your 58mm to the on the bezel, 63 the crown and protectors. You can see what I mentioned earlier, how it measures 63, because these are so large. It does wear like a 63. And I'm just going to show you a watch I'm going to review next. Check this one out too. So it's an Aragon watch. You can see that this is a 55, but you can see that that crown is very, very small. There's not a lot of meat to the side of the case, whereas the Invicta, actually, it really is a 63mm watch. This one here has got your unidirectional rotating bezel like all the other Grand Arsenals. Of course, this one is done in a iridium finish, which what they do is they heat this. They hit this with heat. They hit it to change colors. And of course, this is done in the mirror polish. Now, the only other Invicta Grand Arsenal that I have in full mirror polish is one my lovely girlfriend got me in the all black gloss, and that one's a full black gloss polish with the green abalone, okay? But this one here is the first one I have in a full mirror polish. And what I mean by that is that most of the Invicta Grand Arsenals are not full mirror polish. They have parts that are polished, like the links down the middle are normally polished, and parts of the case, but not all the time are they completely mirror polished. And this watch absolutely sparkles. I mean, this is a pretty dark room, and this watch is just gleaming. Now, it is very, very colorful, of course, and this may not be the watch for you, but for my personality, I love unique watches, and I'm so glad I picked it up because this watch is straight over the top unique. This one will definitely get noticed, guys. I mean, and the Grand Arsenal, no matter what color you have it in, it always gets a compliment. But a little more about the watch, I just want to touch on, I always touch on just a few specifics about it. It is powered by a Swiss-made Ronda Z60 movement, which is your quartz chronograph. You have your, I'll show you right here, your day of the month right there. And of course, sorry about that, my neighbor's leaving. You have your day of the month, of course, and the chronograph is just basically a fancy stopwatch. Then, of course, you have your day of the week, and of course your second hand, and of course your chronograph right there. Screw down crown, screw down pushers, of course. Double fold over clasp like all the Invictas. You can see the exhibition back. I love how they put the Abalone on there. Even though it's on the back of your wrist and it's a quartz watch, this is another nice touch they did on there. My black one has the exact same thing. What else? 14 ounces in weight. Again, it depends on when you size it, how big of a wrist you have. Naturally, when you size it for a guy my size, my wrist is about 7-inch wrist, and you lose a little bit of that weight. 660 feet of water resistance. You have your subdials, perpetual seconds, 30-minute, and day of the week. Of course, I mentioned that it is stainless steel. Flame fusion crystal, which is Invicta's, I guess, technique to provide an anti-scratch coating on the crystal. Pretty standard with your Invictas. And that's really about it. Of course, naturally, it is a Swiss-made watch. It doesn't mean the watch is actually made in Switzerland, but it has a Swiss-made insignia on it because it's some of the parts they're using the Ronda movements they fall into that category where they can actually call them Swiss-made. Again, guys, just because the watch is Swiss-made, most watches that say Swiss-made are not made in Switzerland. Okay, just want to throw that out there for the people who don't know. But a breathtaking watch. I'm just going to show you a couple more close-ups here. You have your Invicta engraved in the side there, and you can see that gorgeous abalone face. The band, I mean, it's just a breathtaking watch, guys. Absolutely stunning. Now, I will say one thing. I size my own watches, okay? And I'm not a jeweler or anything like that. I'm not a watch repair guy or a watchmaker. And I'm not sure what this watch looks like. Just let me talk a little more. I'm not sure what it looks like on the wrist. That's really what people love about my channels. I show you what that watch looks like on the wrist so you can get an idea of what it might look like on you, and you can get an idea of the size reference to a guy with a wrist my size, 7 inches, okay? One thing about this watch, the only thing I have to say about it, I don't know if you guys size your own watches. I always size mine. What I use, very basic. You can get watch sizing kits on eBay and stuff like that. There's a link on my website, Fat Cat Watch, where you can get some of these kits. I have a few tools, and what I found is that some of the tools you get from eBay that have the, you actually put the band in this kind of device, and you twist a pin, and it pushes the pin out. I've never been able to get those to work with these watches. I will, I guess, strongly urge you, if you decide to get this watch, and guys, you guys will get this watch, I know you will, and I'm going to put a link on my website where you can get this watch for the best deal. It's going to be hard to get, but I'll make sure you guys get the link. I use one of these, and I use just a push pin remover, which is basically all it is show you what it looks like, one of these. And what I do is I'm just real careful, I line it up, I tap on that, and I pull out the pin. Of course, there's arrows on the watch on which direction you put the pin back in. So naturally, if you put the pin in one way, you want to remove it the opposite way. Excuse me, no, I'm sorry. If you put the pin in, when you remove it, you want to push it out the opposite way, okay? Don't try to push it all the way through because it'll just get hung up and cause you some problems. Now, I have sized every Invicta watch that I have, and this is my 8th Grand Arsenal that I sized. This watch was a real nightmare to size, to the point where I almost thought I was going to break the watch. For some reason, with this particular model, I guess, I don't know when they heat treat this, or to give it this color, when they actually hit it with heat. I'm assuming that whatever happens in that process causes something to happen within the pin. And basically with this watch, you know, all you do is just, there's pins right on the side there, you tap those out in the opposite direction of the arrow, and you pull the pin out, And then on the inside of each link is a sleeve, and that basically gives a little bit of grip to the pin once it goes through. So you have your center link, that sleeve, which you can easily fall out, so you got to be careful when you're sizing this. You want to make sure that pin, that sleeve stays in there, and when you put the band back on, the main pin goes through. Normally, these watches I can size all day long, no problems doing it the way that I've been doing it. This watch, some of the pins actually got bent, me trying to get them out. I was grabbing them with a vice grip trying to pull them out when I got enough of the pin out. Now, it would help to actually have longer pin pushers, whereas these are pretty short, so I maxed it all the way out, but all the other Invictas I've had, all the other Androids and Aragons, every other watch I've sized, I've had no issues doing it like this. And this one here was a nightmare. It took me about 2 hours to size this watch, just because every time I tried to push the pin out, sometimes it would actually... These are 2 different links right here. These are separate links. There's 3 pieces to each link. It was actually separating the links, and I had to put them all back together, to the point where I was getting nervous that I was going to even be able to size this watch and I was going to damage it. So, guys, what I would urge you, if you guys are used to sizing your own watches and you pick this particular model up, take it to a jeweler, let him do it professionally. We're not going to be responsible. They have much better tools, much better techniques at getting this thing sized. But it was a nightmare, guys. It's the worst Invicta sizing process I've gone through with any of their watches. Actually, it's the worst watch I've ever sized. So, and I have to kind of lean towards it has to do something to do with this coating, or when they hit this with heat, it might do something with the pin to expand them, and they're just too tight. Fortunately, I was able to get the watch sized. I don't anticipate getting fatter, so I'm not going to need to add links, and I surely won't sell the watch, so I'm not going to need to remove links. But yeah, just word to the wise if you get it. I know you're impatient, you want to size yourself. By all means, if you want to try, but it was a real nightmare. I'm just glad I got it done so I can wear the thing today. So let me go ahead and show you what the watch looks like on the wrist. Again, I have about a 7-inch wrist. I weigh about 165 pounds and about 5'7½". Can't forget that as far as my height. So all these watches look really big on me. So let me go ahead and show you what this watch looks like on the wrist. I mean, you can just see that color shift, the Abalone. This is, if you guys want a flashy watch, and I've always said that my most flashy watches is this one here in the gold and rose tone, that 2-color. One of my favorites, and of course the one my girlfriend got me, the gloss black. It makes the Abalone just pop. It's all you see. And of course this one. This is by far an extremely flashy watch. And this is not going to be something that everybody's going to be able to pull off, and everybody's going to really want to pull off. It's, this may be a little too colorful for you. Now, I wouldn't go as far as saying that this is a female's watch. It absolutely isn't. Although a female could wear this watch, but it is a very, very colorful watch, and you have to really like something that's very over the top to want to pull this off. And I have to tell you that I will probably end up getting a Venom in this particular color, because the Venoms you can get for about the $300 price point with this particular finish. And it is just absolutely stunning. Get a couple different angles of it here. I know you guys like my videos. I get a lot of compliments, and every now and then some people say I don't show the watch enough. I just, I want to stand here and show you the watch for, quite some time, but how much longer can I actually kind of do the same thing before you kind of get the idea here, right? So let me back up a little so you can kind of see what it looks like at a little bit of a distance. And just for argument's sake, just so maybe this is the first time you've viewed one of my videos or checked this watch out, what I want to show you is just what a 50mm watch looks like side by side. This watch I want to review next. Definitely check this one out. Another gorgeous watch with Abalone made by Aragon. And you can see a 50mm watch is not a small watch, but I mean, the grand arsenal, it absolutely dwarfs the watch. Yeah, I know you guys are wondering about this one. You guys have to check out my other video, Aragon. And try to get another close-up here of the Abalone. Now, I apologize again. My camera on this iPad, I just use an iPad. These are just average, everyday, non-edited, just standard review videos. I like to keep it real and keep it simple. No need for me to really, have any kind of fancy intro or do all that kind of stuff. I just want to show you guys what these watches look like on the wrist. I've sold thousands of Invicta watches through my links to the people who have watched my videos and appreciated my passion for watches. I wish I sold watches. People ask me all the time that I'm pushing Invicta because I sell them. I don't actually sell Invicta watches. I wish. I've emailed them several times. My channel is the #1 Invicta watch review channel in the world, and I would love to be able to get my hands on this stuff to actually sell it to you guys and be able to take care of my customers. But right now, what I do, if you guys like the content I mentioned in every video, I do run an eBay partner network through my website, which is Fat Cat Watches, and you'll see a lot of referral links on there. And when if you guys like my video and you do want to make a purchase, if you do it through my links, what happens is when you click one of those links, there's a cookie that stays on your computer for 24 hours. And anytime you make a purchase through eBay within 24 hours, it does help to give me a kickback and support the channel. So it's one way I've been able to actually buy all these watches, keep reviewing them and sharing them with you guys. And it kind of helps to support my habit when it comes to collecting watches. And of course, it helps you guys to go ahead and see what these things look like and get to share some of these watches that you may otherwise not see. You know, sometimes it's hard to really see a watch on a website and just see a couple pictures and kind of have the appreciation for what it actually looks like on the person. Videos are amazing, and I know anytime that I go to make a purchase, first thing I do if I'm interested in something is go to YouTube to check it out. So there it is, guys. That's your Invicta Grand Arsenal with your Abalone iridium finish, or iridescent finish, kind of like iridium. Guys, I know I'm going to get several people commenting that they need to get this watch. I know you guys will. Absolutely stunning. So with that being said, click the link in the description I'll put this up on my webpage. I'll try to take some more pictures and put up what I have of this watch so you can get a few more different angles. Let me know what you guys think. Remember, subscribe to the channel. Use PHATKATWatches.com to make your purchase through eBay or Amazon. There is a link. If you're more comfortable with making a purchase through Amazon, by all means, there's an Amazon web store right on there where you can click that and it does the same thing. So I do appreciate the support. I love that you guys are loving the videos I'm putting out. I can't believe it, 7,200 subscribers. It's taken time, but I never thought we'd get that many people, or I get that many people who enjoy my videos. So guys, I really appreciate it. I know sometimes I talk about the haters a lot, but I just have fun discussing that. Guys, Invicta makes a great product, and I absolutely love what they're doing. It's never going to stop. They keep coming out with more amazing models. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you very much for watching. Oh, and before I forget, I always forget to tell you guys the model number. Okay, there'll be a link in the description, but this is model number, in case you're wondering. See if I can find it here. Hopefully. This is model number 25185, in case you were wondering. Alright guys, as always, have a great day. I'm going to put up 2 more videos today showing you, okay, it's going to show you real quick. I already showed you this one by Aragon, okay, and of course another one by Aragon, which I think you guys will be very, very pleased to check out. Alright guys, stay tuned. Take care. Bye-bye.